DIY.
10 mixtapes and 17 releases before you inked a distribution deal. What? What?
I love it.
Independence is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is, and nobody can tell you what to do. Like you could drop something and delete it. You could drop some, make it better, put it back up.
What was the goal in putting all of that music out? What do you think kind of drove you to go as hard as you did with the releases? A lot of people in this audience I've seen have questions about, how do I know when my music is ready? I try to engineer, I'm not that good. And meanwhile, you over here dropping the music.
Well, the first thing is you can't get good unless you suck first. I hate to say that, but most people have an ugly face. Your mixes suck, your bars suck, your artwork sucks, something sucks, okay? Because you're not who you are yet. You have to work to get that way. When I was dropping a lot, I was just trying to get past the shitty stage.
You knew this consciously as you're moving through it. You knew this as you were working on it.
Yeah, and I also feel like I say shitty stage as in, again, context. To me, like, even my shitty shit, I could be proud of. It wasn't that bad because I was still me. I just had to get to the better me. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have a studio. So I bought a bunch of shit and just like bought some books and started recording myself and assert myself. The spaces that I felt were safe for me, I asserted myself. How can I come film you guys? Can I come sit behind the deck? I'll clean the space. Can I come watch the photo shoot? I'll be a runner. I'm not ashamed to be the runner. I worked on a lot of music video sets. I worked on Kendrick Lamar, Chris Brown, Gucci Mane. I was not the talent. I was part of the crew because I knew that in order to get skills, I had to be like the little homie.
You had to be in the room. You had to be, and sometimes the only way to get in the room is to be the little homie. Like, I get it. I get that.
Had to be the scrub.
Had to be the scrub. Not the scrub.
Yes.
Hey, but you know was a lot of folks don't have that humility no more, sis, to even try that, because especially a lot of guys will be like, I think I'm better than this nigga.
I'm not going to run and get the swishers. Nigga, you're sitting behind.
He should be getting me backwoods. That's what it should be. Like that energy.
Yes, and it's like, dude, you're sitting behind an engineer who went to school for 10 years. You're in this studio. Like, you can learn for going to grab swishers and bottles and tidying up. Like, or like if my homies feel like, let's say I don't know how to do something, but I want to know. I go buy a camera because I have a Canon. I'm not the best with it, but this is how I learn. I go to my homies who are photographers. Let me know if you ever want me to assist you on the set and do BTS. Next thing you know, I'm spending 3 hours with this nigga, watching everything he's doing, taking notes on my phone.
Right.
Or just I'm building that relationship. Maybe I decide I don't really got time to learn this, but now I done put in some work with these people, so they might look out for me now to where I've solved that problem. I didn't have a videographer, but now they're gonna give me a discount because I always just support.
Yeah.
People think that is like dick riding and stuff. You know, our generation has a lot of pride in that way, but things don't change. Things, as much as they change, they don't. And I've had so many mentors, dude. Yeah. I'm always the scrub in the room. When I'm around like Mobb Deep, Planet Asia, I'm still the scrub. You're the scrub somewhere.
Yeah, facts. And I want to be in rooms so great that I have to question, how the hell did I get to these rooms? So Planet Asia, the legend, I mean, this is a name that since I started making music, I just knew the weight of. He has a label that it was started with Dirty Diggs called Gold Chain Music, founded by those two. Did you reaching out for the feature opportunity kind of build that relationship, or was it something where he already kind of had a lens on what you were doing?
We had already followed each other on social media for a while. I just slowly started listening to more of his catalog, and I was just like, man, like, he's one of the greatest.
No, facts.
I want to work with that guy. I DM'd him and I said, how much for a feature? And he was like, send me your music. So I sent it, and then he was like, oh, pull up to me in Mussolini's music video shoot. So my friend and I went. We just got to like meet in person, vibe. He walked us to the car, and then, you know, as we're saying our goodbyes, he's like, man, you're dope. Like, I could tell you about your shit. Like, don't even trip. I'll give you a verse. I said, okay, well, I'll get it mixed and mastered and pay it for a video.
Wow. What was it, do you think, that Planet Asia saw what you were doing that made him say, we need to actually talk more business that eventually became the distribution deal that you signed with Gold Chain Music.
Well, one thing's for sure is that he appreciated that even though he gave me a free feature, I continued to put money and believe in my time. If somebody give me something free, I match that above and beyond. And I have that habit. So you just gave an example. You're like, oh, come on my podcast. I'm like, okay, let me make sure I promote the fuck out that shit because he's giving me an opportunity. So like, I wouldn't say I milk every opportunity in a negative way, but like, I'm going to go, if you give me 3, I'm going to make 6 or
that
something
part.
like that.
DIY.